Hey everyone, so I thought I'd do this quick introduction video to March Magic. Now, if you're in the Dream Create Journal group, you'll already know all about it, but it still helps if if there's a video. Now, if you are familiar with it, then you'll know that I've made a head start. If you're not, then click the link below in the description and that will take you to the blog post introducing you to March Magic. Okay, so what is March Magic? In the Dream Create Journal group, I am doing a year-long course called Life, and that's broken up into obviously L-I-F-E. L standing for laying foundations, and I standing for inspired actions, F following your dreams, and E end the year on high. Now, each of those is broken down into 3. So for L, you've got January, February, March, and so on. It'll explain more in a blog post about it. So that's of course about becoming and about how to pursue your dreams. But what March Magic is, it's a month-long course zooming in and focusing on one particular dream that you have. So I described it as, or compared it to, a magnifying glass to focus a beam of the sun onto whatever it is when you cause fire. So it's focusing on an intense ray. And March Magic is similar to that in that we're going to focus for every day in March on our dream. Now, it's not about forcing your miracles or forcing your dreams, but it is about cultivating the right mindset and attitude and literally steeping yourself in right thinking and positive attitude. It's not going to be easy. The first few days, I've put this in my blog post on my personal blog, that I hit a wall, and you will hit resistance because it's resistance that stops us from following our dreams in the first place. So it's good that we hit that resistance because then we can discover and find out what it is, what that resistance is that's stopping us. So March Magic is basically a journaling, I won't say course, but it's something that I've set in the group for free for people. And when it came about for me, I was meditating one morning and thinking about my dreams and stuff, and I felt really led to put pen to paper. And it's mostly mornings where I download stuff, and when I get this feeling, I know that I have to grab my pen, grab my journal, which is, at the minute, this is all my random thoughts and thinkings, and it's by my bed, and I put everything in there, and my pen just flew. I kept writing and writing and writing and writing, and then March Magic was born. I knew it was for me, but then I knew it wasn't just for me, it was to share. But obviously I need to do this for myself as well, so this is what I'm going to show you now, my journal. Now, I just took normal cardstock, like craft card, made a cover, and the pages in this are Tomoe River paper, and that really doesn't matter what you use, you don't have to decorate it. I've just decorated this because it makes me feel good, and it's all about elevating emotion and producing or nurturing, cultivating that emotion that's linked to your dreams. So it is a good idea, but it's not necessary. So if you're going to do this, simplify it if you haven't got much time. So in here is a little pocket here for my tags that I've made, my affirmation cards, and all those sort of things linked to my dream. And this will be carried around with me as much as I can, or as much as possible. So I can refer to it every now and then and look at the image. Now, on day 1 we had Wish. That's 1st of March. Now, if you're deciding to do this later on or in another month, this would be obviously the first day of that month. And it's all about what you're focusing on, what your dream is. What is your focus? What is that one dream that you want to focus on? This is really one of the most important parts, and sometimes the most difficult. And it's the most difficult because it's very hard when you haven't really been thinking about what your dream is, and you're quite vague about it, and you've just been, I just want, just life to be easier. That really is very vague. So, you really want to sit down and think about what your wish or your dream is. If you can't really come up with much, if you can only just come up with one small thing, that will do. It's baby steps, it's all about taking baby steps towards the the bigger dreams. Now mine I've had for a long time, is to move house, and these pictures evoke the feeling of what I want the new house to bring to me. So it's like a fusion of new and old. I want big bright rooms, I want plenty of space, especially outside, so we can have friends and family over, and I want my own craft studio as well. So that's what that photo is all about. The next day we're going to be planting a seed, and the seed is to represent our dream, and I've just documented here my second day. The third, fourth days in here, which I've documented, 5th and 6th. Now I've prepped some of my pages and I've got journal cards already, because if I'm doing this every day I have to be ready to journal. So if I'm going to decorate my journal, I'm going to have to be prepared, because that takes time. So for the days after these two, I will batch my pages and decorate them, quite a few in one go. And also, if you're going to use photos, what I've done is I've stuck on each of my pictures, because I've printed them on sticker paper. If you're going to do that, cover them in tape. Now I've used this because it doesn't yellow, so with age, so that's why I've used that. And that's the Scotch Magic tape, appropriately named Magic. So yeah, so each day you will get a journal prompt. Now it starts off pretty easy. There will be small little tasks, so then take it up a gear a couple of times, but you don't need to spend a lot of time on this each day, but you do need to prioritise that time and set aside that time if you want to do this. And who knows what will happen in the month. I'm really, really excited that I'm sharing this, because everybody's story is different, everyone's dream is different, everyone's in a different place, and it's going to be really exciting if people really focus for the month on their dream, and to see what will happen. We want to see wow stories. Now wow stories are synchronicities, even breakthroughs to their dreams, opportunities, all those kind of things, anything that's in relation to their dream. It's also a group for support as well, because obviously we're going to come into resistance, and we're going to want that kind of support when we do run into resistance, and to sort of hold one another up. There's going to be I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, so wow stories is support, and also to share the images of your journal should you wish to. So it's basically almost a free-for-all in the aspect of your dream. Now I am still going to be publishing in March. By the time this is out, or by the time you're watching this, I will have published the next instalment for the year-long life course, and that's where we're going to be focusing on fear, which is kind of a good time, because we do want to do that as well. Well, that's obviously optional, but it is fear that is one of the biggest resistance towards our dreams, and towards manifesting our dreams and realising our dreams. So I'm giving you the foundations, I'm giving you sort of the guidance here, but then you can interpret this however you want. Now on day one I have here like a commitment to myself, and you can tweak that if you want. This is on the blog. I basically put, I hereby commit to investing in this dream for a solid month. I will nurture it, water it, and prune away the dead branches of negative, unbelieving, limited thinking to give it room to grow. I will be easy with myself and take each day as it comes. I just love the fact that this page, I don't know if you can see that, the gold there. Just love that, how that gold has come out on that page. So yeah, that is it really. I will do a flip through later on. I'm going to do a follow-up video on this, and if people want to share their stories, I'll probably mention that in the video as well. I'm really, really excited. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I have no idea what's going to happen, but I do have high expectations though. So yeah, if you have any questions about this, just leave them below and I'll try and get back to you. And thank you so much for watching. The link is in the description for the blog and for the Facebook group. If you haven't joined us already and you want to, just click on those links, and it will be really lovely to see you there. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.